A few days after a flood wave swept through southern Poland, another government operation was launched on the ruins of flooded cities. Today, the armed forces of the Republic of Poland are launching an operation codenamed Phoenix, aimed at mitigating the effects of the floods on local communities and accelerating the reconstruction of infrastructure. Territorial defense forces, engineering troops, and logistics are involved. According to the current leadership of the Ministry of Defense, up to 25,000 troops are expected to participate in the operation.
Bardzo dobrze, że startuje.
It is very good that such an operation is starting. It is a pity that it did not start last Sunday, when there was a threat of flooding.
Było zagrożenie przeciwpowodziowe. Szkoda, że
It is a pity that the operation was not as massive as it is now.
ta operacja jak jest teraz. Dobrze, że
It's good that it's there, but it's too little too late. The military operation is supposed to focus on restoring infrastructure, crossings, roads, and bridges, reducing the risk of future flooding, and supporting the civilian population. Why is the operation only starting now? Almost 2 weeks after the first alarming forecasts from the Institute of Meteorology and Water Management and warnings of possible flooding from the EU's Copernicus satellite system. It seems that the authorities underestimated the magnitude of the flood threat and therefore delayed the deployment of soldiers, just a few days too late. Now the military is to, among other things, guard and reinforce infrastructure and dikes, and assist the police in guarding property left behind in flooded towns. We are constantly receiving information that there are not enough troops, that they are not arriving in time, that there is not adequate equipment for those who want to fight the flood or its effects. This is where the government fails. The question is, what, with the participation of the army, the actual coordination of the forces fighting the effects of the floods will be like? Because according to reports, services were lacking in the areas threatened by the elements. I am afraid that this is only being done for publicity, for a few days now, because there are still journalists, there are still cameras. But the real drama for these people will be when the cameras leave, because then these people, I suspect, knowing the mechanisms of Donald Tusk, will be left alone. The government's military operation Phoenix is supposed to last until the end of the year. One might say, better late than never, except that if it had started earlier, the flood damage might have been lesser.